Um, yeah, so basically, I don't have like a webcam for my PC, so I'm having to screen share from here. But I've got stuff that I need to show on both my laptop and my PC.
Cool.
So yeah, um, but I wish there was two of me. That would be quite useful.
Yeah, yeah. I get you. I feel your pain.
I see Dan's here. How's it going?
Yeah, great, James. Thank you. Yeah. How are you guys doing? You all right?
Not too bad. Thanks for
Yeah,
coming.
not too bad.
Good. I'm quite excited to see what this is about.
Yeah, I'm fully aware this is on a Friday evening. So yeah, I'm recording this today, so I can kind of circulate it with the rest of the crew. I'll give it a couple minutes, and yeah, if anyone else turns up, and then we can kick off because yeah, don't want to keep you guys too long.
Okay.
But how are you, Carl? What's news?
Yeah, busy. Lots of stuff in the pipeline. I think I'm hoping. Anyway, we're just trying to get a grant at the moment, which we've gone through the first stage. So trying to get some chunky PCs, trying to emulate yours.
Yeah.
So just try and do more Unreal stuff and Twinmotion stuff because trying to do it on my Mac is killing me. It's like oh my god, and I got no hair. So yeah, that's well underway, but it's match funded. It's a freaking nightmare when it's match funded.
Yeah.
It's it's like you need the money, don't you, to be able to actually do something with.
Exactly. What
Talk.
are you looking to build your PCs, Carl, or?
Well, you have to do it legit. So we have to get legit computer companies to quote because it was over $5,000 for both of them.
Yeah.
So then you have to. Yeah. But we just want them to last like 5 years at least. So, yeah. So yeah, because I did think of you, and I thought maybe James could build it, but we had to do a legit kind of PC company. So anyway, we'll see. I'll let you know if I get any success.
Yeah, definitely. We got a few people pouring in. Chris is here. James is here. Fred's jumping in. Yeah, basically, I thought I'd make these transmissions at the end of each month to kind of hold myself accountable, to kind of keep track of actually progress that's going on. So yeah, that's basically the idea with these events. Nick Reynolds, got a few more coming in. Yeah, I'll give it another minute and we can just kick things off. I think most of the people in here have a rough idea what this project is, but I know Dan, you obviously have no clue. So to give you a bit of an idea, the Battle Arcade is non-existent as of yet, but it's something that me and the team are working on. Essentially, the goal of the project is to engage the community in Llanelli in regenerating the town and building new businesses. So obviously, the arcade is like the first of those businesses, and the idea is to basically help. This guy's coming in. Is help educate the community around design and technology. So how to learn about 3D modeling, coding, electrical engineering, things like that, which I'll talk about today. It'll kind of make a bit more sense. But the idea is to create a new business in the town that will create jobs, opportunities for apprenticeships, learning, and things like that. But essentially, I thought of a dream arcade and I priced up basically all the machines, like how expensive it'd be, and it's like over $100,000. And I was looking at them and I was like, surely I can build half of these things. And that's kind of the mission that we've been on so far. So I'll give you a bit of an update. Hi, Sky. I see Nick's in here as well. Tell you what then, I'll just kick off as a bit of a background, Dan, in terms of the project. We're literally just hitting the ground running, to be honest. So this month has mainly been about planning. So I'll share my screen. I've got a little checklist to help me with the agenda for today. So yeah, basically I've been planning an event schedule up until December. So we're looking to obviously run these transmissions at the end of each month to kind of give people progress and opportunity to ask questions, things like that. And we're looking to run sessions, which will be basically for beginners. So people who want to get into 3D modeling, electrical engineering, 3D printing side of stuff, programming, and video game design and things like that. Once people have had a chance to try something, we're going to offer the opportunity to join a volunteer program. So they'll be basically shadowing me and the team on designing the games, which I'll kind of walk you through now. So we're probably looking to run these like twice a week, and they'll be in like various different locations. So some will be in the library because they've got 4 gaming PCs there we can take advantage of, and some will be potentially at People Speak Up because they've got a space there. The library upstairs as well. So hopefully by next month I'll be able to provide everyone with an event schedule for the next like 6 months, basically with sign up forms. So anyone who's interested in joining, they can. And yeah, definitely open for collaboration as well. Looking around hackathons, for those who don't know what that is, you basically get a lot of creative people in a room together, designers, makers, engineers, and you get given a problem and you get like a day or 2 days to solve it. You usually end up staying up all night trying to build something. They're really fun, and I thought it would be cool to potentially, use the skills that we have in the community to design a game, for example. Another thing we're looking to do on the events schedule is host open studios. So a few of you know I had a pop-up in the town centre. I would like to do the same thing again, but like for a day. So we'll be like working on the project, but members of the community can kind of come in, see how we work, ask questions, and things like that. One thing I'm working on is a type form for people to join the project. So in the next week, I'm looking to basically push that out. So it'd be essentially a form that people can fill out to express their interest in different workshops, and potentially which clan they want to join. So we're coming up with some ideas for scavengers. These are basically people who are out there looking for raw materials that we can use to build these machines. So a big part of the project is obviously focused on sustainability. So we're going to try and salvage as much resources as we can. So there are things like sheet material, steel, things like that we can use to build things. To give you a rough idea, I think somewhere here it is. Here's some of the progress that we've made so far. We managed to salvage, thanks to Neil, managed to salvage a load of OSB sheets that we're looking to use to build panels of the basketball machine. Josiah was our first intern. He came and spent a week with us, basically getting immersed in different projects. So soldering LEDs, he was helping with a user experience design for a custom payment system, helping design different products. I did go and speak with a guy called Mark down at Collie Cigar, who gave me a tour of their engineering department, which is really, really exciting. So we're looking at the potential of creating some kind of live brief for students. I think it'd be really cool to, yeah, get engineering involved, design. They got an esports team there as well, which is quite interesting. We've built the CNC machine. For those who don't know what this is, it's basically like a robot that can cut out bits of wood. This is amazing. So I'm looking forward to getting this up and running to start making things. Yeah, this is just in the college. We saw all that stuff. Yeah, Carl, we've been building PC for Matt because yeah, he couldn't run half this stuff on his Mac, so we've been basically putting that together. We'll probably be running workshops, teaching people how to build computers as well, because I know a load of kids are quite into that. I don't know if this is that working. We're like surfacing the bed. So yeah, that gives you a brief idea of kind of where we're at in terms of yeah, building the CNC machine, done that. We've also ordered, I don't know if you can see this, but the components for basketball machine. This is a photoelectric sensor that we're going to plug into these microcontrollers, which is like the brain of these games. A big part of this project, which I think is really, really cool, is everyone
Sorry,
who...
James. Sorry to interrupt. I can't actually, I don't know if it's on my phone because I'm out and about, but I can't see any like images as you're speaking. So I don't know if that's the same for everyone else. I could just see the agenda now, and I saw your like photo grid.
You can't see my webcam.
Oh, okay. Sorry. No, I can see that. I thought you were earlier.
Yeah.
I could see a grid of photos. I thought you were actually showing something else off screen, but that's fine.
All right, no worries. Yeah, excuse me. I'm literally jumping between two computers and 1,000 tabs. But yeah, basically, we've got a lot of the electrical components, so we're actually going to be building the logic behind some of these games. But one of the exciting things that Chris Jones has been helping with is on the web development side. So for those of you who came to the first ever meeting, you had the opportunity to sign up and create your own avatar. See, there's Sky's, Chris's is over here, here's mine. And the idea is that everyone who joins the Battle Arcades, they'll have like a unique membership code that they can top up to play the games. And each game you play, your score will be added to a real-time leaderboard. So the idea is you'll be competing against other people in the town. You'll be rewarded for being top of the leaderboard, as it were. So this is something we've been working hard on this month. So if I just show you a profile. Basically, we're hoping in the next couple of weeks, people will be able to sign up and create their own profiles. We're just integrating different authentication providers. So, you know, like sign in with Google, sign in with Apple, that kind of thing, which is quite cool. So basically, what you see here, there'll be a lot more stats. So you'll be able to see your previous scores from all of the games, where you rank against everyone else in the town. Obviously, I'm number 2 at the moment. That will change. We're going to be adding an inventory. So this is basically a way for players to collect unique artifacts. So these could be in the physical world. They could also be in the digital world. So we're going to be releasing missions where, for example, you might have to go to Snesley House and find a unique code in there, or go on a trail. help out in your community. But basically, the first kind of set of beta users, which are a few of you in this call, you're going to get access to what I'm calling the Origin Orb, which has a legendary status. And basically, a lot of these things will have utility. So you'll get free credits each month. So the idea is to create a bit of a ecosystem and story behind a lot of these games. And yeah, you can obviously have your friends lists. So I won't bore you with all of the things that we're working on creating. The main thing, kind of like the leaderboards, but in the future, you will be able to create your own clans and compete against different teams. For example, you could have a local football team or rugby team. You could have like Llangennech against Binya, all their players competing against each other in this arcade. So that's kind of it on the development side. I don't know if any of you saw, but I posted this random spinny box. Basically, this is what I'm calling a terminal. This is how users will pop up their credits. So they can either do it on their phone, right, through the bank. We're actually going to try and build this, and we're going to upcycle a Chromebook touchscreen. So that's something that I'm working on. So one thing we managed to do, if I can pull this video up. So press that. I don't know if you can hear that, but basically what I'm saying is this is what it would look like in the box. Obviously, design's rubbish. We're not focusing on that now. But you can see that's actually working. So we've set up, I'll send in a server request that will actually take a payment and then add credits to your account. So that's something we've actually got working this month, which is quite exciting. So yeah, custom avatars, terminal. Now, how are we doing for time? 15 minutes, that's pretty good. So we move on to the other part of the project, which I think is quite cool. So can people see my screen? Yeah, I can see that that's been seen there. So we're actually looking to develop video games. And obviously we're at an early stage of the project. And one thing I'd really like to do is tell the rest of Llethley and Comanche about this project. So I'm planning to make a video that hopefully James Owen's going to help me with. But I didn't want to make a boring video that's like, hey, I'm James, I've got a Battle Arcade project, please come and do some workshops. I want to create a short film that basically shows off all the kind of skills that you can learn. So I've been working on a script for that I've sent over to James. You can see here, this is a 3D world. Essentially, I've got this crazy idea to be running through the center of Llethley, and I get hit by this plasma energy thing, and I turn in to a virtual character, which I'll show you shortly. Let me just load this map up. You'll see what I'm talking about. So you can create these digital humans. This is me. Obviously, I'm bald. can add me to your Goldilocks crew, Dan. Matt's been working on basically developing custom hairstyles. So we're using Blender for that. If I press play, hopefully this will work. So you can see here, I've made custom clothing. So obviously I'm running around a little basic map now, but the idea is to build Llanelli in 3D, which I will show you shortly. So this is super, super exciting. I think it's something that has a lot of potential in terms of encouraging young people and getting them to think about local regeneration. A lot of people play Fortnite. I can just make this bigger. So we're actually using the Unreal editor for Fortnite. I don't know if any of you recognize this, but this is Tihavan in town. It's got the clock tower. And basically, yeah, we went around today, Matt's been taking a load of references inside the shopping centre. The idea is to recreate the town as a map. And we're going to be coming up with new concepts and ideas for what can go in there. And this will be playable. So if I'm going to make this maximize that. No. This is actually playable. And it's collaborative in real time as well. So you can see the potential for this is huge. So what I'm thinking to do in the next couple of months is go around all the schools, basically recruiting kind of Fortnite creators and builders to help with building this map, as well as Minecraft. When I was looking at Reader Gorse, there were some kids there which were like exceptionally talented. So I want to see if we can put a team together and start building. Any kind of the hub for me to get some blue bags. Hold on, there was a shopping trolley here somewhere. I don't know where it's gone. But yeah, I'll run into the hub. Yeah, this is basically just to get people to think differently about the town. But this is something that we can actually publish. It does sound mental, but there's nothing stopping Llanelli being a game design studio. That's kind of the end goal with the Battle Arcade project, is to train up kind of a wave of up and coming creators to get jobs in this industry. So yeah, that is that. Let's end that game. Like I said, these are very very early stage developments. Hopefully it gives you an idea of like the types of workshops and things that we're looking to run. So yeah, that is pretty much. Oh, there was one more thing. Let me get this back. And yeah, I'll give you guys a chance to answer some questions because I can see there's some stuff in the chat. So we did a little test today. Matt went round with his camera. Basically, there's this new kind of mental AI stuff. This is called Gaussian splatting. It's like a new Carl, I don't know if you've had a chance to play around with this yet, but it's insane. Like, you basically feed it a video and it recreates a 3D map. This is obviously a quick test, but you can see the potential of what this could be. So that's kind of the goal, really. You know, we want to kind of be pushing the boundaries when it comes to technology and R&D and things like that. But yeah, that's what we literally did today, which I think is quite cool. Does anyone have any questions?
I've got a quick one about the Gaussian splat. I've done a little bit of Gaussian splat with smaller objects, but not big spaces. You said you did that with a video. Was it from one spot, or did you just walk around?
I was in the library while this was happening.
Yeah,
Chatting to Lynn, math class. That.
yeah. So that was literally on my iPhone. Just walked around super slow, trying to catch as many details as possible. As you can see there, didn't quite capture properly because there's factors like people walking and sun glare, or if I'm moving a bit too quick. There's plenty of factors that made it not like perfect, but like James said, the potential is incredible, and that's just with an iPhone. So,
and what software did you use there?
Polycam.
Yeah. And how long
Yeah.
was the video? Just technically.
It was around 5 minutes, 5.5 minutes, and it took about 40 minutes to process on Polycam afterwards. So
That's pretty quick. That's really cool.
Yeah. It's quite impressive because Polycam have basically, before I was doing it manually, having to have this like machine learning thing on the server to build it and then import it into Unreal Engine. I think we haven't tested it yet, but they actually let you download the point cloud.
yeah,
So yeah, the idea is to now bring that into Unreal Engine, combine it with my MetaHuman.
Yeah, so that sort of connection from Polycam to Unreal, have you done that yet?
Not from Polycam to Unreal, but I've tested a Gaussian splat in Unreal, and it's amazing. It runs real time, like 60 FPS. Really, really good.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, we got a pro account with Polycam, and it's it's a great bit of software. I mean, it's great if it's on the free account, it's brilliant.
Mm.
But, yeah, it's amazing. The other thing I was going to just mention before I take over is I love the kind of that kind of gamification thing where you talked about like going to what was it, one of the museum in town or something to find a clue and all that kind of stuff. I wonder if you can connect that to your Fortnite game.
Yeah, I was chatting with Lynn today. Obviously, on the development side, if I can like code it so if you collect someone in the game, it actually adds it to your account, that would be epic.
Yeah.
But I'm chatting to Lynn today, so I know it's an area of your interest as well, how we could have like historical artifacts that are Easter eggs in the game, so people are actually learning about the history of the town. I literally spent 2 hours chatting with Lynn today and just learning about, the impact that we had on the Industrial Revolution. It's insane. And there's so much.
I think that's the added extra, the education side of it as well. Then is you're encouraging these kids to come to your arcade, but also go around town, go to places you would never normally go to, learn something, go and find this amazing object that is historically sort of connected to the town. They learn about that. They also get something from it that then they can go and use. Oh my God, it would be amazing if you could do that. Absolutely amazing.
Just really in Pred's message now, are you planning on keeping this within Netley, or would you look to expand the project further afield in the future? Yes, I mean, in the media, Netley is where we're starting, just because it's close. But yeah, obviously Blueprint is designed in a way to be replicated across the world. That's kind of what I'm focusing on, is building projects that can be scaled. So yeah, super keen to take this further afield. We're all bald under the hair. Yeah. Dan was saying part of my Baldulox venture is to develop NFTs and a presence in the metaverse. Boulderverse, very nice. Yeah, I mean, you can probably gather from the website that we're developing, there's a lot of features in there that obviously lend themselves quite nicely to the blockchain. My background's in kind of software development. I'm invested in the crypto space, but for me, I think, yeah, that's in the pipeline. Definitely when it comes to these collectibles and artifacts, I think if I can give them utility in the real world, I think that's the most exciting thing, because a lot of projects are just scams, and I think this has such a good community spirit. Like, I do in the future probably look to offer tokens to the community. One of the earliest ideas I had was the players who are part of building the arcade and those who are competing at a high level will get rewarded, and the profits of the arcade can be literally allocated to those people, a certain percentage. Because I really do believe that people can be a part of this. Dan, you want to say something?
Yeah, sorry, I thought that hand gesture was going to be more subtle than it was. Actually, I didn't want to interrupt your flow. Apologies. Yeah, no, thanks for the insight so far. I think it's fantastic. I mean, I've got a number of ventures really that are at seed level, which I know we've interacted a little bit on one of them prior to this. I'm particularly keen to find a way of ensuring that the digital space supports our well-being, and part of the Baldiverse really is to monetize the mission in a way that people can enjoy in their hair and beauty sector, in the fashion sector, in the digital sector. So I think there's a number of ways of feeding it into that, and I can already think of a few thanks to what you've shared so far. On my day job, though, in construction at the moment, I'm in the fire sprinkler company, and I think I would love to see a sort of, some of this might be out there already. I'm wandering a little in the dark, but in terms of like impact and training and education, when it comes to spray patterns of sprinkler heads, unless you've got a sort of booth where you can activate one and you can see the spray pattern and stuff like this, it's quite difficult to achieve that sometimes. But if you could be in a digital space where you can then kind of see the intended spray pattern of a sprinkler head, for example, in the compartmentation, and then introduce some obstacles. So then as a designer, you can then figure out, okay, well, I'm going to need two heads here because there's a beam right down the middle now. And then what does that do to my hydraulic calculations? So I can really see there being a sort of construction application for this when it comes to the design and technical aspect, and particularly with fire safety. And if I can just add to that, I mean, it sounds quite niche in a way, but Wales passed a legislation a few years ago now, which is world leading in respect of all new built houses and property conversions have sprinklers fitted. And what we can develop here can be adopted by other countries that are starting to see, after, I would say, I don't know, 7 years now, this legislation, what they can derive from it and apply there. So beyond design and install, when it comes into education, when it comes into what we do with our carbon kind of emissions from the contracting side of this business, we can basically package it up and shift it globally, really. So yeah, I'm particularly interested in how we can
yeah, there's I mean, the main thing with training is scalability. A lot of people are using online video now, which is useful. You see people turning to virtual reality for like pilot simulation, medical. There's loads of stuff coming through. But yeah, that's super positive. I just realized James has jumped out, but he quite handily had some AI note taker, which has put a bit of a to-do list together for me, which is quite good. So I need to push out a sign-up form for workshops and volunteer roles, finalize and share event schedule in the next 6 months, build the CNC machine, get it operational, create a promo video about the project and the skills, recruit game developers and local schools, and test Gaussian splatting. That is crazy. That's just been listening to us in the background and has made a nice little plan. I can just see now we've just gone past half past, and I've thrown a load of stuff at you. We're going to be doing these every month. One thing, if those who aren't involved, I do have a WhatsApp community. So if you want to join that, we can basically, hold on, let me just get the invite. And then you guys can join that. So we're going to be posting regular updates on our progress and things like that. Dan, you're asking about the avatar. We're still ironing out the email verification for the platform, hoping in a week or two to have that back live. That'll be at battle-arcade.com. At the moment it's password protected, but yeah, I'll be notifying everyone once we can do that. Battle Arcade. Okay, let me do this from my phone actually. Yeah, I need to get a webcam basically. I was using my phone for that. Anyone have any questions, any ideas? Just while I sort this.
How much of Netley Town are you gonna want to sort of fortnight out? How big is this map gonna be?
Good question. It depends on how many people can get to help, because there's a lot of work modeling.
Yeah.
I think looking at this inside a St. Ethley shopping centre, that looks relatively easy because a lot of stuff's repeatable. So definitely looking to create that, because you can like run in the space, you can go into the market and stuff like that. I'd probably like to go to the edge where like Hoyle is, maybe Tinopolis, over to where's it, Spring Gardens, up to the library for now.
And fully sort of accessible shops, areas you can go in, and upstairs, downstairs things. How far? How far?
Not all of them, but I'm hoping at least a few stores. Because yeah, I just think that would be really, really cool. Someone else I wanted to mention about that actually. Can't
Yeah,
remember
just
that.
wondering if you could, yeah, put a call out to sort of, pick a building. You know what I mean? So, and I don't know, make it a competition or something, and people can create these buildings. But again, it's going to be, you got to think about poly count and stuff, haven't you? You got to think about low poly stuff, I presume.
Yeah.
So
this is basically, well, this is where you come in, Carl. We're looking with this volunteer program to obviously run workshops, right? So hopefully we'll be educating people about these things. There'll be a few people who kind of work in industry who might want to get involved. And for me, yeah, I imagine if we had like a Discord or something, we could be like, yeah, pick a building and just become a contributor, and you can push changes then to the project. I just chucked in the WhatsApp community there for anyone who's interested in the chat. Let me just over that, pin that. Yeah, join the Battle Arcade channel, and yeah, we'll keep you in the loop. Yeah, hopefully soon we'll be able to release that form and we can start building these clans.
Yeah, could do like come and do a workshop on photogrammetry or something, because again, we encourage people to capture, statues, all these kind of famous sort of landmarky type stuff that are doable, and do a photogrammetry workshop quite easy. and do
Yeah.
some render stuff. You know, yeah, count me in. I'll as long as I've got time, I'll be there.
Brilliant. One thing I did mention, which I don't really have time to show you, is all these games we're looking to build are to go in a physical space, and I'll tell you more about that in the future. But we're recreating that in 3D, so everyone who's involved in the project will be a part of designing that space. You know, what it looks like, where things go. You know, so that's something I'm quite excited to do. Pred saying, how many spaces or units are you thinking of taking in Llanelli Town? Do you want to jump in, Pred? Not sure what you mean by that. Do you mean like
Sorry.
to create in 3D?
No, sorry. I was in a meeting with you recently with Sophie, and my colleague, and I think you said that you were hoping to, with young people, work on building brand new, arcade machines with no slot, slots to put money in, so there's a place there for the youth to hang out without needing to pay for them. So that would be maybe one unit taken up in the town centre for that activity. Are there other plans for other uses of units in the town centre?
Yeah, 100%. So, you know, that's kind of Blueprint's focus. The Battle Arcade is one project. We obviously run the Precious Plastics pop-up. That was another project which has potential to be long-term. I've got ideas for a furniture design studio. But to be honest, I'm looking to collaborate with the community because, you know, Carl, you were at some of the first events that I ran about the future of Llanelli, and I think it's all well and good coming with ideas, but I think the people who live in the town and around the town, you know, they need to have a voice in what's going to be there. You know, I'm just here to come up with the ideas, do the design work, the business, all the financial kind of thinking behind it before it goes to implementation. Yeah, I can, you know, we're just at the beginning really, which is super exciting.
Definitely exciting.
And we're basically laying the foundations for all of these future businesses. So for example, the CNC machine and like the work that me and Matt are doing, that feeds into the furniture business and the manufacturing side of things. So yeah, there's loads more. There's cafes, there's other entrepreneurs in the area that I'm speaking to who want to open things. So yeah, for me, it's about, you know, how do we collaborate with those people, you know, with the council, third parties to unlock these spaces and kind of get people in there doing exciting, interesting things.
Yeah, I think I'd like a follow-up meeting from this because my eyes have been opened somewhat from this meeting.
I didn't get a chance to really show you much on our previous discussion, but yeah, this has obviously been recorded, so I'll share this with you once it's finished processing. And yeah, feel free to share this with kind of colleagues and whatnot. But yeah, I'll call it a day because yeah, we've run over by like 15 minutes and I need to get to Bristol. But I just want to say thanks for coming. And yeah, any other questions, just shoot me a message in the WhatsApp.
Cheers, James.
Cool.
That's one, James.
Bye guys. Take it easy. Thanks a lot.
See you guys. Bye now.
Bye.
Bye, guys.